I have moments of inflammation. Everybody has moments of inflammation, but mine are quite extreme.
Okay.
So like, let's say my period's coming,
Okay.
right? I will gain 30 to 40 pounds
Okay.
in 2 to 3 days. I will feel so...
Alrighty, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Today we are going to be talking about Anna Obrien, or Glitter and Lasers. Now, if you don't know anything about Anna, I would definitely recommend going and watching the videos that I've made in the past. Those will give you a little bit more of a rundown on who she is, but a quick rundown. Anna is someone that was really big in the body positivity space for quite a long time, and then she ended up kind of wanting to lose weight, and she talked a lot about wanting to lose weight, and then she was struggling with her weight loss, and at some point she ended up kind of going on a GLP-1 medication. Wasn't super upfront and honest about the fact that she was doing that, and that kind of was a whole big deal for a lot of people. And then she also recently has been diagnosed with lipedema and has been doing treatments for that. Now with these treatments, she has been getting water-assisted liposuction with a very specific doctor, and there has been kind of some controversies about that because the sponsored posts about this kind of treatment have just been a little weird, and people have had some issues with that. Now, with that being said, today we are going to be talking about a video that was just uploaded that I'm sure I put probably a clip in the beginning of this video, because there is a part, and there's a couple parts in the video that a lot of people are kind of side-eyeing a little bit. And so that's what we're going to be going over. So this is the video right here, and it is titled "My Shocking Health Journey Update." And this is the video that we are going to be going over and the things that happen in it.
We are here in Tucson, Arizona to visit the literal legend that is Karen Herbst. And I traveled all this way for a couple of different reasons. Taking care of your lipedema surgically is only part of the process. There are a lot of conservative treatments that are also part of maintaining your health post-surgery, and even for some people are alternatives to surgery altogether.
So basically this video, what it seems to be is pretty much an ad for this clinic and like these different, alternatives to surgery. And you can kind of tell that if you look at the description, it says ALT ambassador. And what ALT is it stands for Advanced Lipedema Treatment. And so this is Karen Herbst, who she's going to be meeting with today. And I thought that this was kind of interesting, and there are people that have been pointing this out. Karen Herbst works with Dr. Amron, who is the person that did Anna's surgeries, and is also, they run ALT, which is what Anna is being sponsored by. And so it seems like this video is kind of just a big ad. But with that being said, I just want to read this, right? So Karen Herbst, PhD, MD, board certified endocrinologist, internationally recognized lipedema expert, head of research, director of diagnostic and preventative medicine. So Dr. Karen L. Herbst, a prominent board certified endocrinologist, serves as the head of research and director of diagnostic and preventative medicine at the Roxbury Institute in Tucson, Arizona, home to the Advanced Lipedema Treatment, ALT program. In this role, Dr. Herbst collaborates closely with Dr. David Amron. So that's who did Anna's surgery. This is him right here, right? And so to redefine care for patients by mapping and creatively addressing gaps in research. So basically what is happening here is these are very experimental kind of procedures and different ideas, right? And so accelerating the development of novel therapies and broadening access to clinical breakthroughs, her innovative approach not only pushes the boundaries of human investigation, but also empowers ALT providers to apply latest insight directly to patient care, enhancing treatment options for both new and existing patients. So I just wanted to read that to show you that, there's a connection there to that previous doctor that Anna worked with.
I am trying to be the most informed patient I can be and make the best decisions along my journey. So this was the logical next step with me, especially since I have like a little gap before my next 2 surgeries. So I'm excited.
So it's like, I don't know. It's like maybe I'm kind of like picking at little things, but it's like, yes, maybe it's the logical next step, but it's also clearly sponsored, right? Like this is someone that works with that previous doctor. They work together. They are partners. And so I just don't understand why it's not brought up, and like why it like, yeah, it's put in the description, just like bam right there, but it's not ever really said, I don't think. And I feel like that's a little, I don't know. I just feel like it's important to kind of disclose that stuff.
Excited today to get that ball rolling and just learn more about my body, because that is what this entire health journey has been about. Speaking of inflammation, I should tell you this as well, because this is something that haunts me that we don't have an answer for. I have moments of inflammation. Everybody has moments of inflammation, but mine are quite extreme.
Okay.
So like, let's say my period's coming,
Okay.
right? I will gain 30 to 40 pounds
Okay.
in 2 to 3 days. I will feel so...
So let's play that again.
I have moments of inflammation. Everybody has moments of inflammation, but mine are quite extreme.
Okay.
So like, let's say my period's coming,
Okay.
right? I will gain 30 to 40 pounds
Okay.
in 2 to 3 days.
30 to 40 pounds in 2 to 3 days. Now, if you look at the comments of this video, most of them are basically about that statement. And it's the food. All of this is pointless if you don't fix your food addiction. You're willing to do anything except the one thing you need to do once and for all, right? Anna, keep a journal of your oral intake each day and be totally honest with yourself about what you're doing to yourself by overconsumption every day. I've never heard of anyone gaining 20 to 40 pounds in 2 to 3 days. That sounds near impossible. No one is saying she doesn't have lipedema, but she needs to correct what got her there. All of this is for nothing if she doesn't stop the excessive food consumption. She wants it to be everything but what she is doing to herself with food. So a lot of people are obviously disagreeing, and like, I don't know, I would be genuinely curious what the doctor there like actually thinks, and if they've actually ever seen anything like that. I don't know. I'm sure there are a lot of people that have lipedema in the comments, so please let me know if this is an experience that you've had. 30 to 40 pounds in 2 days is massive. So I'm curious, because obviously this is an ad, right? This is or at least a sponsored thing, right? And so I would highly doubt that the doctor would be like, no, that's not possible. I don't believe that, right? Like, she's being filmed. She's probably not used to being filmed. I think that those are all kind of important things. And so that's kind of how I feel. I think it's very interesting, because I mean, your weight can definitely fluctuate, and my weight fluctuates every day as well. And so your weight fluctuating is not, a phenomenon, but like 30 to 40 pounds, I'm pretty sure that's what she said, in that amount of time, like that's like seriously that's gnarly if that's true.
I will feel so dry, as if my whole body is sucking the water out of my skin. My lips will start to chap. I literally had a makeup artist doing my makeup, and she's watched my lips go from completely like full normal to like flaking by the end of the day.
Wow.
And she said she'd never seen anything like it.
Okay, tell me more about the itching.
So I'll get itching right around those veins, and they'll get really close to the surface. It was so bad, in fact, that I ended up seeing a vascular person because I was afraid they were going to burst. Because I would feel like the pressure underneath was going to burst.
So what did the vascular person tell you?
He told me that I should to see he's worked with people with lymphedema before, so he's like, you need to start pursuing surgery, because like, we really should probably get that done before we do this. And you can't shave your legs anymore.
Wow.
Because he said the most likely way that those are going to burst is you shaving your legs.
Okay. Oh, lovely.
And so, yeah, I'm a hairy monster now. So sexy. My shoulder right here, is it bad here?
Your whole arm.
So this is really interesting. So this is like Fleur is, I've seen it in a bunch of other videos. They do make legit cameras. I mean, I'm assuming that because that's what this thing is down here. I'm assuming that that's why it's making it work. I'm sure it's not just like an app that you can get on your phone regardless. You're going to need that little attachment. But it's definitely interesting. You definitely see the difference. And so, like I said, I don't think anyone is saying that the lipedema is not there. I think at the end of the day, it's like, what is the lipedema doing and what is it not doing, and how much power do you want to give the lipedema, and how much do you want that power to take away from what you can actually do? I think that's kind of where people are disagreeing, right?
You've got Let your arm hang. Yeah, it's just got a lot of congestion. Interesting.
I'm starting to have pain in my shoulders. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, I mean, you're so, oh, let me do that. You look so classically lipedema.
It's just an app on your phone?
Yeah. Yep.
What?
Yeah. Yellow lines and the spots, those are dilated veins.
Okay.
But you can see where you put your shoe, you've got good flow. It's nice and yellow, but you can see how congested the leg is here.
Damn.
With the redness.
Yeah. This is like my butt.
Thighs look good.
Yeah, well, it's because they should look good.
And
after the surgery, right? You would hope that the thighs would look good for sure.
the maroon is congestion. Look at the vessels in your arms.
That's terrifying.
Yep, and then this is from up above. You can see how congested it is in
So
spots.
I've been having pain right here to the point where it's like affecting mobility movements. So like when I go like up like this, I'm starting to lose this range of motion. Now I worked out today, so it's a little bit better because it's warm, right?
Right.
But if it's like cold, sometimes like when I was flying, flying made it really bad, and I was just like hurting, like physically it felt like I had like a torn rotator cuff or something.
So like with this and with Anna, I think it's kind of like this classical case of, it reminds me, and I mentioned this in my last video, of like the stuff with Amberlynn Reed, is like, if you are just to come across, like say you just came across this video of someone like reacting and being critical, you're gonna be like, oh my God, what is this guy talking about? Like, why is he being such a hater? Like, this person is obviously going through this. But I think like where it shows in the comments is that when someone like Anna or like ALR, there's been a history of maybe things being blown out of the water. I don't want to say lies, but like things being blown out of the water, or just things not being disclosed, like with this, you know, the ambassador thing, and just like fibs or feeling like, you know, lies maybe. People just start to not really believe things when maybe it is true, right? And I'm not saying that gaining 30 to 40 pounds in 2 days is true. I don't know, but it's like looking at the comments are very, very, very similar to what you see in like ALR's comments, right? It's very, 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 very similar. Like I get that same exact vibe when I look at the comments of like an ALR comment section that I do for Anna, especially, and it's only on YouTube, which I think is interesting. This is something that I don't think I've talked about in videos, but like if you, again, and it's like, I think it's what I was talking about with, if you get the little snippets of like the Instagram, TikTok, it doesn't go as deep, but I think if you watch the YouTube videos, I think it's easier to kind of see the holes and maybe things that aren't lining up. And when that happens time and time again, people start to really dig into that stuff. And I think that's kind of similar to what happened to ALR. And it seems like that's kind of what's happening with Anna as well, is that people are digging in more because they were fully like, okay, cool. Yeah, I'm here for you. I see what you're doing. And then it was like, wait, what happened to this? What's going on here? Right. And I think that's where people start to really dig in. And then there's like people that are like, I don't believe this anymore. You know, I'm not sure how true this is.
Yeah. That doesn't feel good.
No, that's a massive. In fact, let's take the ultrasound. That looks very vascular to me.
What does that mean?
I think there's a lot of leakage right there.
Gotcha.
There's some blood vessels and leakage. Here's a vessel in your arm.
Yeah.
That black spot. It should show a color if it's a vessel. It doesn't because it's a vein and there's slow flow. Okay. But do you see this around it?
Yeah. What is that?
It's a leak.
So, what is that? Lymphatic or blood or what? There's blood leaking in my arm?
Well, it's more likely plasma, so no red blood cells, but absolutely.
What does that mean?
Well, that happens in that's lipedema right there.
Okay.
But that's so when you drink, right?
Yeah.
And it goes into your tissues. There it is.
So it doesn't. That's why being hydrated is so freaking hard.
Right. Because it's going right out into your tissues.
So skipping ahead a little bit, here the doctor says that she doesn't believe that Anna has lymphedema. So I think that's interesting as well.
Go. So you do not have lymphedema.
Thank God. Here. That was the one thing I was like, I want to be able to get rid of the lymphedema, use conservative treatments,
you don't
and not have to
it.
do lymphedema for the rest of my life.
You don't have it.
Okay, thank God.
Yeah, you do
Woo,
not have
good
it.
news.
So I don't know if that is supposed to be the shocking health journey update, that she doesn't have lymphedema. I don't know. It's never really made clear in this video. So I still don't, if I'm being honest, I don't know what the shocking update is. And so I'm still kind of curious about that.
This is the LymphaPress. And they have extenders too, like for the sides.
Yeah.
You can see it there.
Yeah.
The rows. But you just climb in it.
Okay.
And then they have a vest, or you can get a right arm sleeve and a left one. You can get connectors if you really want to do them both at the same time. But doing one at a time makes more sense, because then you could eat, talk on the phone, do whatever you got to do.
Yeah. What?
You're all red and itchy.
Yeah, and you see I start to, because I am inflaming right now really bad.
Yes, you are.
You know how I can tell? Did you see how my skin has now gotten dry?
Yeah.
Just from, since I got here?
Yeah.
I'm popping up in inflammation right now.
I wonder if you're reacting to the gel, but I didn't do that arm. But that
No.
doesn't mean
I don't think
anything.
it's the gel. I honestly think it's, I did my first workout
Okay.
in a while, and I think my body is just freaking out.
Okay. We should get you in the CVAC.
Yeah.
So this is like it seems like from because I've watched this video already, it seems like this is the main kind of one of the main things that she does while she's at this place. And this thing looks, this thing looks pretty crazy. I would definitely, I could see, if you're someone that's claustrophobic, I would not enjoy going inside of this thing.
There's a high performance pump in there that sucks air out from around you, and then it puts it back in. And it sucks it out, it puts it back in.
Okay.
So you're gonna feel like tapping in your ears. The more it pulls out, right? The more it pulls the eardrum and then puts it back. And the eustachian tube. So this whole area,
Okay.
all the way down into your mouth, gets pulled. And so your job is to keep that as clear as possible.
What do you mean? Like, don't do this?
You don't want it to close down, because if it closes down and then it changes in pressure, it'll.
So how do I know that it's closing?
You'll feel.
So just do this, like.
Yep. That's my favorite way. That's all I do. At the very end, you'll watch. It's going to come down all the way down, and we're going to open this up after 5 minutes and say, "How are you doing? What do you think? How do you feel?" As it's going down.
I wish there was more of an like it. It's strange to me because it seems like this is a really big part of what they do at this place. And I feel like it just isn't really explained as to what is exactly happening here. Like, it seems like maybe some sort of change in elevation. I'm not sure if maybe, I mean, I'm not the brightest bulb in the, light bulb pack. But, like, I feel like it's not explained very well what exactly this is doing, right? And I feel like if you're gonna go somewhere and it's like a sponsored video, I feel like explaining exactly why this would be helpful, what it does, is super important. And I feel like that's missing here, because I really don't like, I guess I kind of understand. It seems like it does some sort of elevation, altitude change in pressure. I'm assuming that's why you have to plug your nose and blow out whatever. But like, I just like, what is it helping? What does it do? Why would you go here? Why would you spend the money to be here? Right? I don't really get it.
We're clearing.
Okay.
That's what we call final descent.
Okay, question for you.
Like
Question for you.
Mm-hmm.
In that 5 minutes, how high am I gonna get?
Nowhere than 10,000 feet.
So I'll get to Bogota, Colombia.
Yes, you will.
But I'm not gonna get to
You're not even
Cusco,
gonna-
Peru.
You are not. You'll be in Colombia.
Not today at all?
You will get to, no, maybe a little Peruvian action.
Maybe a little Peruvian action.
It looks like she did like I think that's a TikTok live while she was in this little thingy mabobber.
Okay guys, I'll see everyone later. That was wild. I don't even know how to end these things anymore. Okay, so we just finished with Dr. Herbst. I am honestly a little overwhelmed, but very grateful I came. We still don't have all the answers. I have a lot of testing to do. I've got some genetic testing and I've got some allergy testing to do to help try to figure that out. But even just having another tool as a way to treat it is a step forward. So I feel like I just took a lot of steps forward, and I'm like so excited to come back once like all the blood work and genetic stuff is done, to just see what this all means, right? I have actionable steps now, and I'm gonna have even more steps in the future. So this trip was totally worth it.
So that's the video, and the face that I'm making is like, I just don't really get what happened. Like what happened in the trip? What was the point of it? Like, I saw some of the things that were going on, but I don't understand what is the shocking health journey update. Like, and maybe I'm just being like, I'm being picky or whatever, but I don't know. It just like, what was the point of this? And the cynical brain in me is like, well, it seems like it was just an ad, because it doesn't like, I don't understand how someone could watch this and be like, oh, this is so helpful, and now I feel like I know more about what. It doesn't feel like anything. It just feels like, oh, look what I did, but then not sharing exactly what happened there. I don't know. I that's just how I feel about this video. A few people asked me what my opinion was. I'm genuinely curious what y'all think. Like, am I being too harsh? Like, did you understand what happened? Like, I don't know. That's just kind of where I'm sitting with this. I'm a little lost. I would love to know what you think down in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.